How do you break a stronger enemy? Start with geometry. The single envelopment pins his front with a decoy while a second fist walks around one flank and hits the supply line from behind. Double the pressure and you get the pincer. Center holds, two wings curl outward like horns, squeeze until the pocket snaps shut. If the horns miss, try the oblique order, thicken one end of your line, tilt forward like a slanted door, smash through a single hinge. Feigned retreat flips aggression into bait. Walk backwards, let the foe overextend, then pivot and spear the exposed throat. Inverted wedge pulls the center back on purpose, sucking the enemy into a V-shaped bowl so the sides can slam shut behind him. All four are flanking by another name. Choose the angle that matches the map. On water, the geometry is lines and crosses. Crossing the T sends your row of ships horizontal across the nose of the enemy column. Every gun on your broadside speaks. His bow guns alone can answer. Nelson did it at Trafalgar. The Russians did it at Tsushima. The tactic is older than steam. Keep the line straight, keep the range, and the ocean becomes a wall of iron. Back on land, how do you survive when outnumbered? Trade space for time. Defense in depth stacks 3 or 4 positions one behind the other. The attacker swallows the first, stretches his supply line, loses momentum on the second, and by the third his spear is blunt. Then the defender counterstrokes with fresh reserves. Scorched earth speeds the slowdown, burn the crops, blow the bridges, poison the wells, leave nothing the invader can eat or ride. Russia used winter and ashes to starve both Napoleon and Hitler. The same logic now starves an advancing army of data by shredding fiber lines and power grids. Smaller scale, same rule. Center peel lets a squad break contact. Rear pair fires. Center squad sprints past them. New rear pair fires. Leapfrog backwards until the map says stop. Bounding Overwatch does it forwards. One half of the team kneels and shoots. The other half runs 10 seconds, drops, shoots, covers the first group. Leap, cover, leapy 8 km per hour under fire, repeatable in any video game or downtown alley. Artillery plays its own shoot and scoot waltz. Fire 3 rounds, spool the trails, drive 50 meters before the radar traces arc back to origin. Repeat all night, the guns survive, the front line hears thunder without a target. Marching fire is the infantry version. Everyone walks and sprays on full auto, not to hit but to staple heads behind helmets so the line keeps rolling. It burns ammunition like a bonfire, but shock wins the minute. Tanks prefer the hold down hiccup. Drive until only the turret shows over the ridge. Fire, back down 2 meters, reload, rise again. The enemy sees a metal whale spouting every 15 seconds and never the hull where the ammo sits. Planes ruin the trick. No ridge, no cover, no fight. When the city replaces the planes, walls become doors. Mouse holing punches through brick with a satchel charge room to room, never stepping on the street where snipers wait. Stacked squads flow like water, finding the weakest seam in a dam. Urban combat is tailoring applied physics. If drywall is softer than marble, go through drywall. Vertical physics is next. Air assault lifts a platoon in helicopters, schemes the radar nap of Earth, drops them on a rooftop behind the front. It is the pincer movement tipped 90 degrees envelopment from the sky. Tank d'Aunt is its rough cousin. Riders cling to the armor, jump off at the last 100 meters, clear anti-tank teams with rifle and grenade. The steel beast becomes bus, shield, and battering ram all at once. Deny the sky, and you deny the jump. Air interdiction bombs the bridges, fuel farms, and rail yards that sit a comfortable distance from the front. Tactical cuts hit convoys that will reach the battle tomorrow. Strategic cuts crater highways the enemy will need next month. Both are cheaper than dogfighting over the battlefield. Both starve an army before it fires a shot. Siege is starvation formalized. Surround the city, dig a facing wall, contravallation to keep defenders in, dig a second wall, circumvallation facing outward to keep relief armies out. Between the two ditches, the attacker eats his own supplies while the defender counts remaining bread loaves. Wait, bombard, negotiate, or assault. The formula has not changed since Caesar ringed Alesia. Specialized hunger exists at night. Ant raiding sends 12 men through no man's land with knives, bombs, and a password. Kill sentries, drop grenades into sleeping dugouts, grab maps, pull back before the flares bloom. The raid lasts 15 minutes. The intelligence lasts a campaign. World War I turned it into an art. Special forces still run the same syllabus with quieter explosives. Swarming scales the raid to hundreds. Autonomous drones, speedboats, or pickup trucks attack from every compass point at once. No single unit is expensive, so the loss rate is affordable. The defender's radar sees a cloud, not a target. It is defeat in detail, inverted. Many tiny bees sting the giant to death. The flying wedge is the ancient ancestor of the swarm. A triangle of heavy infantry charges point first, cleaving a seam down the middle of a shield wall. Police riot squads revived it for exactly the same reason: concentration plus visibility. History loops, only the armor changes. Recon by fire is the cheapest loop of all. Shoot the bush. If the bush shoots back, you have found the enemy. No drone, no satellite, just a 3-round burst in ears. Skirmishers wrote that chapter first. Spread out ahead of the main line, they pepper the advance, fall back, pepper again, measuring strength by the weight of the return fire. Their modern descendants are scout snipers and forward observers who paint targets with lasers instead of slingshots. Tactics end where strategy begins, but every strategist still carries the toolbox. Ambush, envelop, starve, feint, leap, deny, swarm, 30 patterns, infinite maps. Pause the playback, screenshot the list, and keep it open the next time you watch a newsfeed, load a game, or open a history book. Patterns jump out once you know the names. Battles unravel like clockwork. Master the toolbox and the chaos of war resolves into readable, predictable gears.